Hey, good afternoon, my beautiful soul family. Welcome to Tree of Life Tarot and welcome to today's Tarot Love Reading. Today is Thursday, January the 14th. So I've been absent for about a week now, and I apologize to all of you for that. You guys are my soul family. So I just want to share a little bit about the beginning of today's reading, a little bit about what's been happening over the past week. As most of you know, about 21 months ago, my dad was diagnosed with cancer. And so for the last 21 months, it's been a battle. Early on, for the first year and a half or so, it didn't grow that much. The chemo treatments seemed to be helping it, and there were a lot of thoughts and prayers from all of you that were sent that made a difference. And I want to thank you for that. The cancer has a brain of its own, and it figures out ways to be able to grow. So it figured out how to grow, and it continued growing, and so they had to change his medication to a stronger chemo. And he started that several weeks ago, and it was just very difficult on his body. He was very dizzy. He fell down a couple of times. There were a lot of effects from it. But inevitably, the ambulance came and picked him up 2 times and took him to the hospital. So for the last week, my dad has been in the hospital. And then 2 days ago, when he was in the hospital, it was the oxygen tank that was keeping him alive. He had pneumonia at the same time, which was really taking over. So 2 days ago, it was a beautiful experience. We all had the chance to... Sorry, I'm trying to be strong. All of our family had the chance to be there at the hospital. And to be there in the room with him and to be able to let him know how much we love him. Sorry, I'm trying to stay strong. Healing is it's an interesting process. You go through the highs and the lows, and that's kind of what I've been going through the last couple of days, or going through the highs and the lows. I've had the opportunity to be able to connect with my dad on the other side, and to feel of his energy, and so much more to him than what we saw here in this life. I can feel all of those energies, and I'm grateful for that experience. I'm grateful for that experience because he's letting me know that he's still there, that he's still here, with us, but he's not here in the 3D with cancer where he was struggling. Life was just a battle, and he was in the energy where he felt helpless. And look, at the end of the day, if anybody knows my dad, he just can't be helpless. He's a busybody. He loves the sun. He loves to be busy. So I'm happy to say that he's no longer feeling those energies of feeling helpless. And I feel like I know that he's here with us, here today. He's been communicating with me and teaching me quite a bit over the last several days. And I've been keeping this wisdom in my notes. And there was a message that I put in my notes a couple of days ago. And it was interesting because my dad knew that I was a tarot reader, that I did tarot, that I worked in energy, and he understood a little bit about it. He was somewhat fascinated with it here in this life. But now that he's on the other side, he was excited to be able to connect with me and to be able to work with me with the tarot cards. So I came out yesterday, and to be honest, I didn't know if I'm human. At the end of the day, I question myself. I'm mourning, my mind's racing. lots of thoughts. Is it just me that was feeling that, imagining, those energies in my mind? So I came out yesterday and sat here, and I spoke with my dad and spoke with my guides, and I asked for them to help us to share a reading, to share a message that my dad wanted to share. And so I have the tarot energies. It's the day after. I tried to do it yesterday, but it was too difficult. It's a divine reading. It's a magical reading. It's magical for me because I'm here on this end, and I can feel my dad's energy, and I can see and understand the energies, and I know what's being shared. And it's beautiful and it's magical, and I'm grateful to have the chance to get to connect with each and every one of you, and to talk a little bit about my dad, and to talk a little bit about what's happened this past week. I know that when I'm not doing readings and I disappear for a while, I know that some of you are concerned and some of you get a little bit worried, and I appreciate that. I know that because I can feel those energies. I appreciate your love. I appreciate your concern. I appreciate all the thoughts and the prayers and the beautiful energies that you've been sending to my dad and my family. And if you could continue to keep us in mind, it would be appreciated. His funeral is scheduled for Wednesday of next week. We met with the mortuary service yesterday. So, let's get started with today's tarot reading. I want to take a moment, tap the crystal healing bowl, and give it a chance to sing to us. Okay, the song came out beautiful. All right, so like I mentioned, I pulled energies yesterday for today's tarot reading, and I'm going to share with you exactly what came out. This will be a message that my dad and our guides want us to be aware of. I feel like honestly, I feel like this reading is like the all-inclusive message that will apply to each and every one of us. That just kind of sums and wraps up life and meaning and purpose. So I'm going to do my very best at explaining what's being shared with us with these energies in this reading. So let me grab a drink. I pulled an energy from my Power of Love energy set. So I wanted to see what we were talking about going into the tarot reading. And here's what came out for us. So we're talking about a transformation. You use the power of love to move through illusions and shift into awareness. So transformation, it's a beautiful thing. So I want to talk just a little bit about my understanding of transformation, my understanding of life. So I feel like when we come into this life experience, I feel like we enter this world as pure love. We enter the world without the mask of the illusion. And then we get the chance to experience childhood. And it's a beautiful experience because as kids, we're so interested in life. We're adventurous. We embrace our fears. We take chances. We take risks. We don't hold grudges. We get along. So we enter the world as children. And then life happens. And to be honest, that's probably our first transformation that we experience in life, That transformation into the the physical 3D. And we transform into a bit of the illusion of life. And in some ways, maybe we can look at it as maybe that's what they're talking about when they say we lose our innocence. It's kind of losing your innocence in life. And then you work through life, and life happens, and you go through the ups and downs of life. You go through in and out of relationships, in and out of success, happiness, joy, in and out of sorrow, pain, loss. And we each have the opportunity to be able to transform our lives here in the 3D as we're experiencing our life. And each and every one of us have the opportunity to be able to do that. And we can make the choice to do that at any time in our life. And that's exactly what we're talking about today. So we're talking about transformation. And I wanted to get some clarification on transformation. I wanted one energy, and 3 energies came out. So here's what comes to us. So what kind of transformation are we talking about today? Here we have the Hierophant energy. So the Hierophant energy tells me that we're talking about a spiritual transformation. And what's interesting is, right next to this Hierophant, here we have the King of Cups energy. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. It represents the energy of the King of Love. It's a masculine energy. It doesn't matter if you're male or if you're female. It's your ability to be able to transform your life. Transform your life to a higher level of understanding. Transform your life to living at a higher level of love. That's what we're talking about today. It's beautiful. It was just interesting, transformation coming out. My dad just passing recently, going through his own transformation. Coming in right next to the King of Cups, we have the Ten of Pentacles, which it represents the energy of pure abundance. This is the kind of abundance that lasts. This is the kind of abundance that stays. This is the kind of abundance that you take with you, right? What is it that you take with you? You take the love. You only take the love. Okay, so I pulled an energy from my Psychic Tarot of the Heart deck by John Holland, so that we could learn more. I'm kind of going through a process here. That's kind of what I'm feeling. So the energy that came out for us comes to us as listen. So this is representing our intuition. This is representing the energy of our higher selves, that inner voice that's within each and every one of us. The inner voice that's, maybe it seems like it's always speaking to us, right? Maybe always speaking to us, giving us those nudges, wanting us to be able to understand truth, understand enlightenment, understand the higher law, understand the ability to live a higher level of love. We all have it within us. It's our intuition. Our intuition, it's all knowing, right? So our intuition, it knows what my dad knows and can see and understand now that he's on the other side. Okay, I wanted to get some clarification on listen. So here's what came out for us. When we have the ability to really listen, and we're listening to our humanity, we're listening to our heart, we're listening to that most compassionate side of us, we're listening to that highest level of vibration within us. We have the 10 of Wands. We have the ability to transform our lives. And when we transform our lives, we transform it from feeling like the energy that we've been in, the heaviness of where we've been, the heaviness of what it is we're carrying around in our life. Right? Look at this man on this horse and all this baggage. Right? That baggage represents the baggage that each and every one of us pick up all throughout our lives. Relationships that turn sour and go bad. Heartbreak, loss, pain. Losing jobs, losing family members. These are the burdens. So we have the energy here, the potential, when we can listen to our intuition, to be able to end what feels like it's been a long journey, and to be able to feel the energy of the weight of this baggage being lifted. We don't have to pass away to experience this. We can make this choice today in our life. The next energy that comes to us tells us this very thing. I didn't even know what was coming, actually. It's the Page of Pentacles. So here she is in the tree. Notice she's not old. She feels young. She's taking a chance. Wanting to play her music. Wanting to sing her stories. Sing her love. Wanting to earn herself a pinnacle. Asking the universe, if I take a chance, if I listen to my intuition, if I follow these feelings, if I can connect my energies with these higher energies of love. And we're going to talk about what it takes to do that in just a minute. Will it show up for me? Will the universe recognize it? Yes. It's right here. Here's your pinnacle. Okay. Getting further clarification. These two energies came out together, so I'm reading them together because they're meant to be together. So here we have the Seven of Wands energy, and right next to it we have the Hanged Man energy. So this is representing energies together that all of us feel and experience. This is about listening to your inner voice, right? The voice is speaking to you. Here's the enlightenment, right? So we know it's there. But this is representing the energy of your defensive energies, your life experience. Feeling defensive towards others, defensive towards yourself. It's representing the energy of being closed, right? So this is kind of rapid. This is life right here. This is the struggle in life that each and every one of us make. But the enlightenment is always there. Always there. If we can just slow down and listen. Okay, the next energy that comes to us is the Six of Swords. So when we listen, we can feel those energies. We can feel the truth. We can feel the truth of a better way to be, of a better way to live. And this is representing the energy of our willingness to lie down the swords, to let go of the past. I mean, really, what is this truly representing? Forgiveness. It's forgiveness. It's forgiving others. It's forgiving yourself. Forgiving life, right? Just letting it all go. You want to free yourself from these energies. If you listen, your intuition is always telling you this. Okay, so I pulled two more energies from my tarot set, the Good Tarot. I want to see and understand more, so we're continuing the journey. Honestly, I don't think I could personally hand select these cards in a more divine way than they came out. So here's what comes to us. Now we're talking about love, right? This transformational experience is all about love. And it was interesting because as I was getting ready to split the deck to pull this card, for whatever reason, I was feeling Leo energy at the time. And I turned the card over and it wasn't Leo energy, it's Gemini energy at the Lover's card, right? But here's the Lion right here. And here she is laying up next to the Lion. So we're talking about love. And I wanted to get And we're talking about love as it pertains to our own personal transformation. I wanted to learn a little bit more. So here we have the Page of Cups. This is representing, the beginning. This is representing, I'm thinking that the thought of love. I'm wanting to transform my life. I'm wanting to free myself from this baggage, right? From this luggage that maybe I've been carrying around my whole life. I can just feel the heaviness of it all. I want to change it. I believe I can change it. That's what's being shared here. It's a message of love. Okay, the next energy that comes to us as the Nine of Pentacles. And I thought that's so interesting. The reason I feel like Nine of Pentacles is showing up here in today's reading is I feel like, we're just kind of telling a story, going through a process here, right? When it comes to this transformational experience, learning more about love, it begins with ourselves, right? So we start with self-love, and that's what this energy is representing, self-love. And when we can feel this energy of self-love, we can feel abundant. We're blessed. Tell me more, I said. The next energy that comes to us as the Lover's card. Interesting. So Gemini energy showing up twice here in today's reading. Twice, the twins. So here we have the Lover's card. This is the next step. The first step is for each and every one of us to learn to love ourselves, right? And really, we're letting ourselves and we're letting the universe know that we do love ourselves, that it's an expression of self-love when we give ourselves the gift of letting go of the baggage. And once we have the ability to feel the love within us, we can then take that love and we can express it outwardly in all of our relationships. Okay, so it gets kind of interesting right now, because yesterday when I was here, I was looking at these energies and everything about me said it's complete. But I was still shuffling the cards, and I felt like there's just one more energy that wants to come out. But I really didn't have anything else to say or share about this. But what was interesting, I don't know why I didn't know at the time why I was getting that feeling. But this energy came out, which is the Emperor card. My dad was born on April the 14th, 1943. He's the Emperor. He's Aries. So I think that was my dad's way of letting me know that he is here. He is with me, just in case I was wondering. Okay, the next energy that comes to us as the Ten of Fire. Ten of Fire, this is a beautiful energy. Over here, we had the burdens. And right here, we're releasing. We're letting go of the burdens, right? And we're not just pushing them out the door. We're burning them. When you burn something, right, it refines it. You're refining yourself. You're refining your life. The other energy that this represents is that you do not take any of it with you. The only thing that you take with you is the love. The guilt, the remorse, the regrets, the wished I would have, the wished I could have. It all goes away. All the pain. So here we are, not taking any of it with us, right? So if we came here, if we entered this life without it, and when we leave this world, we don't take any of it with us, why do so many of us hang on to it while we're here? Okay. So the next energy that comes to us is the Fool's card. This is the opportunity to be born again. This is the opportunity to transform your life. The opportunity to take on those energies where you get the chance to reconnect with your innocence and to feel like a kid again. Stepping in to your brand new journey that lies ahead of you. Here we have the Nine of Wands. You're not stepping into this journey just as a child, right? You have a lifetime of experience. Beyond that, you have lifetimes of experiences, lifetimes before this lifetime, and all of that wisdom with you. To take with you towards what? It's what came out. Ace of Cups. Your brand new beginning. Your brand new beginning. When you have the ability to be able to transform your life. Take on this beautiful transformational experience. Free yourself of the weight and the baggage, right, that we carry all throughout our lives. We wake up just about every day to it. Most of us. So today's energies are all about just bringing this to our awareness. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for letting me share today. My mind's a little bit scattered. I have a lot of racing thoughts right now. So I apologize a little. I don't apologize because I know you guys understand. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for letting me share part of my life experience, part of my family's experience, part of my dad and the messages here today with all of you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all the love and the support. And thank you for the beautiful prayers and the thoughts that many of you are sending to me and my family. Life is beautiful. Have a great day.